Hello, and welcome to another Hot Toy Cast Coffee Table video review. My name is Eamon. I'm an action figure designer and mad Masters of the Universe fan. And today I'm going to be having the pleasure of looking at the Mondo 1/6 scale Buzz Off. Now this is the timed edition, so it comes with all the extra bits and stuff like that. They always tend to release a kind of a secondary version, so please have a go out there on I'll look around the new retailers for the regular version. But Mondo tend to sell the timed versions, and they tend to sell up pretty quickly. You know, they have their little window open of a few weeks, like 3-4 weeks, and you got to get in there pretty fast. But I would get onto your retailers and see if you can get a hold of this. But enough about that. Let's go over the usual stuff we go through. An amazing illustration here by Florian Bertimer as well. As always, lovely packaging, loving the style of the whole presentation of Mondo. All the stuff, usual stuff on the sides here. Buzz Off Deluxe figure. And we got Buzz Off Heroic Spy in the Sky. One of He-Man's most valuable weapons, this powerful winged hero provides airborne reconnaissance for the Masters of the Universe. But this super spy does more than just fly high. With a stunning sting from his lance or axe, the fearless Buzz Off is ready to stop Skeletor and his evil warriors at every turn. And you got all the usual culprits here as well. Concept design Emiliano Santa Lucia, Florian Bertimer, Hector RC, Peter Santamaria, sculpt by Tommy Hodges, paint Mark Bristow, packaging art Florian, packaging design Jordan Christinesen, photography Raul A. Raul, art direction from Hector RC and Peter Santamaria. So all the usual gang there doing all the Lord's work, as Kevin Smith likes to say. So stuff like that. Lovely, really lovely. We're going to open it up. Oh, we take the white sheet away. And we got it presented with always amazing photography from Raul as well. Lovely character. Oh, it comes with a shield as well. Now, what I tend to do with my Mondos, if you've been watching my Mondos reviews, is that I tend to not look much at the photography of the thing that I'm buying, because I just trusted Mondo. I know what I'm going to be getting is always going to be high quality. So for me, when I get a Mondo figure, I like to have a bigger surprise as always. This all kind of all started off when I first started collecting Mondo. When Mondo had me doing their reviews and some of the reveals. And I used to be very surprised when I get, so I decided to keep that momentum going. And I'm also going to do my usual thing as well of chilling up for it for overnight as well, and giving you a full review then of the following morning. But let's get on packaging. Let's get going, and let's see what he comes with. So I'm going to get through this as fast as I can, because I find unboxings to be not the most entertaining videos of all time. But you want to see me screech and squeal like a girl, don't you? Well, this is what it's all about. So we put that up there, keep that there. Oh, look at all this. And he comes with enough stuff, I'll tell you. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's nice. We'll put that there. Get that. Oh, blimey, Charlie. Look at that. Now, what's special about this one is, Mondo tend to reuse some of the same bodies across their characters. Obviously not like Beastman and other things like that, but this is an all new body here, and the details and the design are just exquisite. The sculpt is fantastic. Look how monster he kind of is, but he's like the friendly war. I mean, that's a B-man warrior kicking ass. That's what that is. Look at his lovely face, his lovely antenna. Oh, a bit squashed down. The antenna maybe was just in the packaging, a bit pinned down. Look at that. But this is not the only portrait. You get 3 other portraits with him. So let's get through let's actually get through what you get with him. But so far, holy nuts, lads! I'm seriously very impressed here. It's absolutely amazing. So let's go and let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh, got a lovely, fully helmeted head. Obviously, we didn't go for a separate helmet. Not helmet. Definitely 2000X stylings, but this is very much Mondo's unique design as well. It's kind of a lovely kind of metal slight wash on there as well to give it that really kind of shininess as well. It's lovely. Look at that. Look at the great kind of face he has on. I mean, that is just... He looks heroic, but he also looks kind of badass as well. Love the lovely segments going on here. Segmenting going on here. Lovely stuff. So that's one head. This just looks like an unhelmeted head that's just angry, I think. There you go. Put that down there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. He's gonna sting your ass off, isn't he, if you piss him off. Lovely stuff. You can see all the more details there in the head there as well. Really, really, really nice stuff. It's just really nice. Nice shine to his teeth too. Nice varnish in his teeth. And again, a nice kind of slightly metal kind of look to his eyes there as well, giving him that really kind of B look. Love it. And then, as Mondo liked to, they also do a little nod to the vintage figures as well. So this looks like a vintage head. almost vintage inspired, at least anyway. It's obviously got a lot more detail in the vintage, but look at that. That's your standard buzz off right there. Look at that. That's really nice. I do like that. Would it be nice maybe to have the helmet to go on this guy as well, but, you know, because he had the original, had a kind of a helmet as well, didn't he? A separate helmet, which always got lost. Now, of course, remember, anyone who's old enough, not many of us are, this buzz-off tended to be a bit of a peg warmer back in the 80s. It's like you went to a toy store, and it's always, for some reason, I think Mattel just, they overproduced on buzz-off for some reason, and buzz-off tended to be the peg warmer. And it always tended to be buzz-off and or leech that are peg warmers. But anyway, hands. Oh, look at that. Up and down hands. Oh, they go, oh, it's got a little ball joint on the pinchers as well. That's nice. So you can do that. Pinchers, more pinchers, gripping hand, another gripping hand. Again, beautiful details on the hands, very insectoid, very kind of, you know, segments and all this stuff. Lovely stuff. Reaching kind of dynamic hands. Nice. Comes with also a traditional axe by the looks of it. Oh yeah, oh, with some added details and spikes. Now that's his traditional axe. That's like very close to the axe you came with as a kid, with including the knuckle duster on it. But as always at Mondo, you got an extra tray underneath that usually has a plethora of a whole bunch of accessories. And look what we got. Ooh, we got a flight stand. Oh, well, that's nice now. So that's really good. Oh, we have a flight stand at last. Well, we can get that out later. We know what a flight stand looks like. But let's have a little look, see what kind of a flight stand it is. It's like a Hot Toys one. It's very like a Hot Toys one. Although it looks like it's slightly better made than the Hot Toys one. That's great. Oh, look at that. That's plenty wide as well. Oh, and that has got nice tension to it as well. That's great. Wicked. So we can put them in cool flight poses, which we will, of course, do. Well, let's get through all this stuff. Ooh, wow. Wow. Wow, look at this. Oh, a long axe. Of course, 2000 X Buzz Off came with a long axe. That is good. Look at that. Look at this stuff along here. Look at this. Look at all the kind of honeycombness and just all the lovely nods. Oh, that's kind of transparent too. Look at that. You see that up there with the lights? There you go. How nice is that? That's lovely. It's a wicked design. And it's got a little stinger there at the end. Fantastic stuff. Just love that. Fantastic. Ooh! And he comes with his famous lance. Now, the cartoon was the only time you ever saw him with a lance. And it was like a really cool addition that Lou Scheimer and the gang decided to give Buzz Off a lance. Look at this thing. Whoa. Look at that. When I get speared with that thing. Oh, let's get that stuck in you and pull it out, why don't you? Look at that. Very nice. More Stinger. Lots of Stinger iconography. Which is really cool. Look at that. Nice stuff around here. Lovely design. Lovely sculpt. Fantastic. We'll do his wings last, I think. Comes with a shield. Buzz Off doesn't normally come with a shield, but they obviously gave him a shield this time around. And look at that. Oh, wow. It's kind of a transparent shield. How cool is that? Look at that. That's the Queen, obviously. We see her in 2000 X, I think. You see the Queen, and he mentions her quite a lot anyway in 2000 X, doesn't he? So that's really nice of a little nod to the bee, the Queen Bee, literally the Queen Bee. You know who doesn't love a bee, man? Especially when he looks like this. That is cool as hell, that shield. I love that shield. I think I'm going to have to give him the shield as well. But we'll see. We'll see where we land. I'm going to play with him overnight. And, of course, Buzz Off's most important things, his wings. Look at those guys. They are lovely wings. And they'll seem pretty easy to stick in as well, so let's just do that. I'm going to guess that goes in there. Yeah, this goes in nice. This goes in nice. I was a little bit worried there. That's lovely. And they have a full ball jump. But we'll go through all the articulation and stuff like that later, but I just wanted to get a wing on him there just to kind of see what he was like. And here's the other wing as well. Okay. I'll get that in there. There we go. Yeah, it's easy enough to get the wings in, and it's firm as well. And they feel quite secure as well, those wings. So we will carry on and get those wings on, and then we might leave it out and see where we go. Ah, and he comes, of course, with the stand as well. So he comes with the stand. I hope there's a flight pole hold section for it here. I hope so anyway. I hope there should be a section for it. Yeah, there it is. So that's that. So we put that on there. Nice, 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 nice. I'm delighted with that. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. All right, let's get these roller wings on. So I'm gonna put this here. Bum, ba, bum, bum. We got the Bear McCreary Revolution soundtrack on there, which I absolutely love. Shout out to Bear McCreary. Oh, look at this. Look at these wings, and they have the techno in it as well. Buzz Off, always the original Buzz Off design. For some reason, and I always thought it was an interesting thing the designers did, was adding a little bit of the tech in his wings. So there's obviously a story to be yet explained about that, but put that in there. Here we go. Cue that action music. Look at that, lads. Okay, I think that's everything, isn't it? Yeah, that's everything. Put lots of plastic stuff down here. Look at this. Okay. Right, so there we go. Shield, lance, big long axe, small one-handed axe, loads of hands, 3 heads. That's good, that's good, that's good value for money right there. Look at that. Get this off. Right, guys, I am seriously impressed with this. This is a really unique action figure. I mean, look at him. Where are you going to see a bee warrior and it not be ridiculous? This guy is certifiably, absolutely badass. But what I'm going to do is now, we're going to play with him, have him on the coffee table over there for a little overnight, and just enjoy the figure. And then I'll be able to give you my full review with all articulation like that in the morning. And this is what I've started to do now, because I just think, it's all well and good to get out of the box. And as someone who has figures out there done by the reviewers, I'm often wishing that they just spend time with the figure and, really, get to know your action figure. And I just feel you have a more accurate review and can be fair and more balanced about what you're saying about the figure. And I will do that. But guys, as you know, I'm unapologetically, unabashed, a huge Mondo lover and Master Universe fan, so it's very, very, very easy to please me. But if something sucks, I will tell you, this guy 100% rocks. I would argue that this guy might be the best Master Universe figure that they've done so far, because he's just so different and interesting and just all that. Right, let's go playtime, and let's come back the following morning and see where we're at. Cut. Okay, and welcome back. Okay, so I've had pretty much nearly 48 hours with this guy now. Have him sat on the coffee table. I even had him perched on his flight stand as well overnight as well. And everything's just fantastic. Looks wise, how everything works with this guy is just really, really, really nice. So what we'll do is we'll go over the articulation and we'll get him onto that flight stand. But just there's everything there now with him now. So you're getting the shield, the axe, another axe, the lance, a couple of sets of hands there, extra heads. The only thing I would say in terms of accessories, because you always get great accessories with this one, I would have actually liked an angry face with the goggles on. Could have done with this face here with the main goggles on, because that's cool. This is how I'm going to rock him. I think I'm going to go with this one. But I would have just liked to have this head to have an angry expression with maybe the helmet on it and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I probably would have done that. I mean, ideally, maybe the helmet should have been separate. You could swap them in out and have whatever kind of expression you want in his face. But, that's the way we rumble. So, and it still looks great. So that's my only little nitpick of it. And it is a small nitpick, because at the end of the day, you can still get him looking like this. But yes, and I just wanted to show you there. Look at the honeycomb axe. Can you see that there? Look at that. And then there's the shield. Let me put out the shield there. See, look at that. How cool is that? Let me try and get the shield on this side so you can see how good is that? Isn't that neat? I just love that. And then, of course, there's the wings, right? So the wings are amazingly posable. So the wings fold out really nicely, and they're beautifully done wings as well. Look at that. And they're really nice. They can pop in and out really easily as well. And they're quite sturdy. And there's lots of range of motion and stuff. So they go in and out. They can go up and down. They can go any direction you want, really. So, yeah, don't sweat the wings. But again, look at how they're kind of like the honeycomb shape inside there. How good is that? And look. There he is. Look at all that. And I will put him on his flight stand before the end. But let's go over the articulation first. Now, overall, I have to say, I feel this is the one, like Scareglow, but Scareglow had just slightly loose legs, a little bit. Slightly. Not massively, slightly. But he goes on his horse, so that's fine. But this guy just seems more as smooth as Scareglow, but I just think just a little bit tighter around everything else. So he's he can get his legs to go out that far. I wouldn't want to push him out farther than that. You get really good double jointed knees. It goes always up like that. Let me move this arm up a little bit. So you get that. That's the kind of range it needs. You don't need him to go more than that, in my opinion. The feet are a little bit restricted because the ankle doesn't go that far back. Because you want to get him, you want to get the feet in that kind of flightish kind of landing stance. But I can't quite get the feet to bend, arch down as much because that's kind of prevented here a little bit. So maybe something higher up there would have been nice. But that's still fine. He'll still look good on the flight stand. And as you can see, I have had him standing quite easily. Lovely tight joints as well. All the tight joints. He's got lovely hip joints. Oh. Say the leg goes up that high. Not crazy high, but I get it bending down like that. You can get it some really cool flight stands, you know? How good is that? So yeah, double jointed knees, rotating there at the ankle, upper thigh swivel. Oh, has he an upper thigh swivel? He does. He does an upper thigh swivel. You just want to be a little bit careful because it's like, oh, there you go. Look, yeah. So he does have upper thigh swivel, and this does have a little bit of give, but the leg goes. See, can I get any further out than that? No, that's it now. That's as far as that's going to... You probably can get it more if you want to bend up your Y fronts, but I'm not going to do that. He has nice torso, upper torso, and he's got a ball on his hip as well there. So a little bit of range in him there. You know, a little bit of range in him there. Single jointed arms, which is fine for me because they look really nice and everything look how nice and nice segmented. Everything works really well on this guy because everything's kind of junction and section. So it really works good on this figure. I would have argued could have double joints on this because you probably would get away with having this sectioned here as well. But that's still cool. Everything works really smoothly. His arms, look at that. They come out really nicely. This is a floating piece, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's nice and soft. So you can kind of see on the red there. He's got nice, look at that, look at the lovely sinews on him there. Kind of more organic, and then he's got more of a crustacean here on top. But that's cool. And the head then, that's your range up, and that's your range down. So, oh, he actually will look down quite well. So that's pretty good. He looks down. Oh, he will look up quite well as well. There you go. You can move that head up a little bit more. So there you go. And that's that. So yeah. And this is how I'm going to rock him, I think. Yeah. So, oh yeah, double jointed or swivel at the bicep. Full rotation on the arms as well. The arms can go any which way you like. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the articulation covered, isn't it? There we go. Right, let's get him on the flight stand. And let's get them all hooked up and stuff. The hands are great. So you got some nice expressive hands, but I've obviously want to have him holding the shield. I've never had buzz off with a shield before, but I just figured a shield was just too cool not to have on there. And that's the thing with Mondo. Sometimes, you know, you always want to go for the traditional look of your Masters characters, but sometimes they will include things that is just too cool to ignore. So there you go. Push that leg back. You see what I mean, though? You can't quite get those legs to arch as much as you would like. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. So, and the stand here now, here's the stand. It's an unusual stand. It's not a hot toy stand. It's close to a hot toy stand, but it's got like an unusual little kind of clasping thing here, and I worry about how sturdy that is, but so far so good. It's like a little lock thing, and I took a little while to figure it out, because it's just like a little T-bar, that kind of bar, like a dumbbell, that just goes across inside there, so there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on this. It's quite good, actually, because you can widen these out, and they're quite tight. So it's not like a Hot Toys where it springs back, and it's quite annoying. This is just really tight, and I'll just grip onto your guy here. And what I like to do is I like to put it under the belt, so you can get a little bit more grip on the belt. There we go. There we go. And that, see, do you see how easy that was? There we go. And that's in there now. I've got it. There you go. Put his wings up. His wrists have got great rotation as well. I forgot to cover his wrists. But yeah, this is great. His wrists have got a nice ball joint down there. Look at that. Now that, and that's your boy. That's your buzz off right there. How awesome is that? Let's clear the weapons out the way so you can kind of get a little bit more vibe from him. How nice is that, boys and girls? Look at those colors. Look at the kind of lovely yellow on them, the kind of lovely browns and stuff. Oh, there goes his shield. Oh, there's his hand popped off. We'll put that on easily. Yeah, the hands pop off quite easily, but not as easily as they used to before. There we go. Get that up. There we go. Now, and that's how I'm going to have him. I think I'm going to have on top of the Detolf, alongside with Scare Glow on the and Scare Mare, along with the Battle Ram. Because I just think having him inside the D12 and not, those wings not out is just, that's just a shame. You got to have those wings out. Look at that. There you go. And that's it, really. This is Buzz Off 1/6 scale from Mondo, which is out now. This is the timed edition, but I think there is, like most things Mondo, they do put out a regular edition as well. So do get onto your retailer. They will be getting these in. These are shipping. There was a little bit of a delay in the European orders, you know, due to tariffs and whatnot. So some of them getting stuck somewhere. So I finally had my orders. This order's definitely been a little bit delayed, but I got him and I got my Peter Venkman as well, which, by the way, Peter Venkman is awesome. I got the standard edition Peter Venkman. So Mondo are firing at all cylinders at the moment. I'm dying for their next one. The next one will be getting, it's either going to be Green Goddess or Eva Lynn. I think it could be, yeah, it's one of the two of them anyway. And what's after that? Then they've revealed She-Ra and Swiftwind will be after that. And then we got Many Faces coming. So make room for your collections, guys, because Mondos are going all in this. And not to mention, we've got the fantastic looking 2002 collection as well, which are smaller figures. There's more like 7-inch figures, 1/12 scale figures. So Mondo are all in a masses at the moment. And they're doing just amazing work. This figure is awesome. And I just think, you know, even if you're not a Masters fan, I think just as a collector, this figure is just absolutely stunning. He's different. I mean, what other IP out there has got a B-man that actually rocks, you know? He's absolutely fantastic. And this is what's great about Masters of the Universe. These characters have been able to be upgraded, redesigned, you know, over the last 40 years, and the characters still rock and they still work, and we got a movie coming out. Will Buzz Off be in the movie? I hope so. He'll probably be an old CGI character, but let's hope he will be. We know Mechanic is in there, so let's hopefully Buzz Off will be in there too. I'm sure he'll probably pop up in the movie somehow. But there you go, boys and girls. Get onto your retailer now. Buzz Off 1/6 scale, Hot Toys, or Mondo, Jesus. 1/6 scale from Mondo. Absolutely stunning, guys. And I'll be reviewing this on the Hot Toy Cast as well, along with Michael Crawford and Jeff Parker. So we'll expect a kind of more audio review on that. So make sure you do check out that, please, on all of your podcast channels, the Hot Toy Cast. Because, you know, I go over these as well, even more in depth sometimes in my video. And I can go over with the boys as well. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'm absolutely loving this action figure. I think sitting around with a figure for 24 hours plus is a really great way to start reviewing your figures, because you really get to absorb all the details, all the little kinks, get to play with it, get to see how it works, and really make a really valid, you know, opinion and review. And that's it. And that's my review. All right, guys, follow me on Instagram, Eamon on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, Eamon_. And, you know, like and subscribe and all that jazz. See you guys soon. And just as an extra bonus, I figured I didn't put it at the end of the last video on the Scareglow review video. So I am adding to it now. There we go. There we go. Scareglow, full spread on top of the D12. And then we got Buzz Off. And we got He-Man on the battle armor He-Man on the battle ram on the sky slit there as well. And that there is my, and I'll pan back if I can. This here is my beloved, and it is my most beloved Mondo collection. Look at that. I'm very proud of my collection. Here we go there. Variants and stuff at the bottom. You know, except Prince Adam holding firm there. I just really love Prince Adam. And here we got Keldor and variant Hordak and regular Hordak. The Faker Cubicle, and again more variants there as well. So I'll probably put Green Goddess in with Faker and stuff. And I don't know, we'll have to put Evil in, probably in with the boys. We'll probably put Evelyn in with Beastman and Merman. I will fit She-Ra up there. If we do get She-Ra, I mean, she's a little bit of ways yet, but I do want She-Ra to be alongside Scareglow, so we'll have to think that. But yeah, Battlecat and Panther and Battlecat up, and He-Man and Skeletor up top. So yeah, I'm just really proud of this. Just love this collection. Really happy with it. So yeah, there you go. And if you folks want to see what Scareglow looks like, full spread on top of a D12, there it is. I also just got my office painted, so you were officially seeing it. I only got it painted like 4 days ago. So I'm really happy with it. There's my Snake Mountain over there. I've got to get lights and stuff on it. My Masterverse collection. But I'll do an office video later for those of anyone who's interested where the magic all happens. Can't show you what's on the screen. NDAs and all that. But let's just say it's another Edgar Rice Burroughs character. Look at that. I'm so very, very happy with that. My Mondo sword as well. My 3D printed Mondo sword, which I got off a dude. And there you go. Really proud of that. But buzz off. Looks amazing up there. There he's flying, alongside with He-Man on the sky. So I just thought that was appropriate. But how badass is Scareglow and Scaremere. Absolutely basic stuff. Mondo, please keep doing what you're doing. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm gobbling it all up. You guys rock over there. Thanks.